So, in today's class, we'll be discussing about the numerical problems on concrete mix proportioning as per IS 10262-2009. So, as I already mentioned, this is one of the important topic uh, because easily it can fetch you good marks because it is a problematic part, and most of the things are available in the code book. So if you refer just the code book and you have the worked example in the code book, so you can able to solve very easily. So without having any problem, you can able to get full marks. So before uh, starting with the problem, so these are all the data which is required. Before starting the problem, if you have uh, code book, if you are using in mobile, if you have a laptop there, you can open the code book, or just a pen and paper with the calculator is also enough, I guess. Okay, so either of the two, you keep it ready. Simply if I keep on explaining, you will not able to understand. So if you write and if you able to solve with the calculator, I hope you can able to understand easily. Okay, because I have put up a problem in the presentation only. So it will help if you have pen and paper and calculator with you, or the code book with you. Okay. So these are all the datas which will be given in the problem only. Okay. Grade designation M40. So you know what you mean by M. M is mix. 40 means now characteristic strength. 40 Newton per mm square. Type of cement used is OPC 43. Maximum nominal size 20 mm. Minimum cement content is 320 kg per m cube. Maximum water cement ratio 0.45. These two, it is given based on the exposure condition. Exposure condition is severe. Workability, they have given 100 mm slump. And method of concrete placing, it is given pumping. Degree of supervision is good. Type of aggregate is crushed angular aggregate, and maximum cement content is 450 kg per m cube. So all these data will be given in the problem only. Okay. So in the question only, all these data will be there. So no need to assume anything. Only thing is, if the exposure condition is given, then you should able to write what is the what is the minimum cement content and maximum water cement ratio based on that exposure condition. In this problem, they have given, along with the exposure condition, they have given minimum cement content and water cement ratio. If it is not given, if only exposure condition is given, then you should be able to write what is the minimum cement content and what is the maximum water cement ratio based on the code book by seeing the code book. Okay, you should able to write. And maximum cement content, it is given as 450 kg per m cube. It is a standard, so you can remember that. Okay, so maximum cement content is 450 kg per m cube, so you can remember. Next, chemical admixtures, they have given that they have used super plasticizer. So method of concrete placing, pumping, and chemical admixtures they have used. So test data for materials, so cement used is OPC 43. So they have already given in the first data. Specific gravity of cement is given 3.15. Chemical admixture super plasticizer conforming to IS standards, it is given. Specific gravity of admixture is given, that is 1.145. Specific gravity of coarse aggregate and fine aggregate is given, 2.74 each. Then water absorption is given, coarse aggregate 0.5%, fine aggregate 1%. Water absorption is given, that is the maximum capacity of the material that can absorb the water. So 0.5% is the maximum capacity that it can hold the water. Similarly, fine aggregate is 1%. Free moisture, that is they have given coarse aggregate and fine aggregate as nil. Okay, so free moisture means free surface moisture means if the material surface is having a moisture in it, then we call it as a free moisture. So in last class, they have someone asked the question, if rain has occurred in the previous day, then what will be the water cement ratio? So if that is the case, then the free surface of that material will be moist. Okay, because if the previous day rain has occurred, then the surface of that aggregate will be moist. Okay, then they will give some value for this, or else they will give free moisture as nil. Nil means there is no moisture on the surface of the aggregates, either coarse or fine. That means the aggregate is dry. So fine and coarse aggregate both are dry. If they give as nil, that means the surface moisture of both the aggregates, that is fine and coarse, are nil. Okay. Next, sieve analysis. So they will say a coarse aggregate conforming to IS code book, that is table 7 of IS 383 2016. So you can observe the table. So uh, in the first, this is a grading of aggregates. So 20 to 10 mm, that means passing through 20 and retained on 10. All the materials have been passed by 20 mm, and in retain is 0. Similarly, 10 to 4.75, they have done two types of grading. One is 20 to 10 and 10 to 4.75. They have taken two types of grading. So this table also will be given in the problem only, and most of the times it will be conforming to IS table 7 of IS 383 2016. And fine aggregate also, they will say to which zone it will be confirmed. So you know there are four types of zone. Zone 4 is not suitable for RCC works, whereas zone 1, zone 2, zone 3 you can able to use that aggregate for our concreting purpose. So in this problem they say the fine aggregate is conforming to zone 1 of table 9 of IS 383 2016. All these datas will be given in the problem only. Okay, so no need to worry. So sometimes they will not give these detail, just they may say coarse aggregate is conforming to table 7 of 383, that is also fine. And fine aggregate they will give which zone the fine aggregate is, and all these test data will be given for you to solve, that is specific gravity of cement, fine and coarse aggregate, then water absorption and free moisture. All these data will be given in the problem, so no need to panic. Okay, so sometimes if they not given the data, then you may have to refer the code book to get the data. Okay, otherwise most of the times they will give the problem. Okay, so first step, as you all know, it is a target strength for mixed proportioning. So well, this is the first step that you need to do. So we have two formulas, you know, that I have discussed in the last class. F dash ck is equal to fck plus 1.65s, or f dash ck is equal to fck plus x. Okay, f dash ck indicates the target average compressive strength, whereas fck indicates the characteristic strength, s indicates the standard deviation, and x is the constant for the grade of concrete. So now we have to use both these formula to get the target strength. So f dash ck is equal to fck. In the problem, we know it is M40. They have given in the problem as M40. So f dash ck is equal to 40 plus 1.65 is the statistical constant. It is obtained from the normal distribution curve based on the characteristic strength definition. So 1.65 is also constant into 5. 5 how you get means you have to see the table 4, sorry, table 2. So table 2 there is assumed standard deviation. So there are different grades of concrete, as well as we have assumed standard deviation. So for M40 this assumed standard deviation is 5. Okay, I have just highlighted it. So 40 plus 1.65 into 5, you will get 48.25 Newton per mm square. Or we have one more formula, f dash ck is equal to fck plus x. So fck is 40 plus x is the constant for the grade of concrete. So for the grade of concrete M40, the value of x is 6.5. So 40 plus 6.5 will get 46.5. So in these two equation, whichever is the highest value, you have to adopt that for our mixed design purpose. So out of 48.25 and 46.5, the highest is 48.25. So the target strength that should be obtained from this mixed proportion is 48.25. Okay, I hope you understood the first step, how to calculate. Next, second step is appropriate air content. So from table 3 of our IS standards, so IS 10262 2019, we have table 3. I have taken a screenshot of that. So the maximum size of the aggregate, uh, so here in the question they have given the maximum nominal size of the aggregate, it is 20 mm. Okay, so for maximum nominal size of aggregate 20 mm, so the volume of entrapped air is given, it is as 1%. Okay, so that 1% we have to take it for our calculation. So if the nominal maximum size is 40, then the volume of air entrapped will be zero point 0.8. But in this case they have clearly given in the data that the maximum size of the aggregate is 20. So for 20 the volume of entrapped air is 1%. Okay, so this is a second step. Next, third step, selection of water cement ratio. So we have the figure 1. So of IS 10262 2019, I have given a figure 1. I have taken a screenshot of that. I have already explained in the last class that curve 1 is for OPC 33 grade of cement. then curve 2 is for OPC 43 grade cement, and curve 3 is for OPC 53 grade cement. If in case if PPC or any other cement is used, then we have to take curve 2 as for the initial trial. Okay, so now in this problem, in this design data, they have given it as they have used OPC 43 grade. Okay, so with respect to the 43 grade, that is curve 2 is the curve, it indicates the OPC 43 grade. Okay, so what is our target strength? So our target strength that is obtained is 48.25 based on the two values, whichever is the highest one we have selected. So 48.25 is the target strength. Okay, so with respect to the target strength in the y-axis, okay, so I have marked in a red color. So 48.25, so approximately you can take as 48. So 48, I have drawn a line so that it is touching the curve 2. Okay, why it has to touch curve 2? Because we are using OPC 43 grade, not 33 or 53. So we are using OPC 43 grade. With respect to the target strength of 48.25, we have to draw a line so that that line should touch the curve 2, that is OPC 43 grade curve. Then after touching the curve, you have to drop that line so that vertically, so that it touches the water cement ratio in the x-axis. Okay, so when you drop the line, I have shown a vertical red line, so it is the line is in between 0.35 to zero point 0.4, so approximately, so I have taken it as 0.36. Okay, so the water cement ratio from the curve, that is from the water cement ratio curve, so it is 0.36. Okay, but what our maximum based on our durability aspects, that is based on our exposure condition, you know, it is severe. Okay, so you saw in the data, so exposure condition is severe, so I have given a bottom picture also. So for the severe condition, so the maximum water cement ratio is 0.45. I have highlighted it. Okay, for severe condition, the maximum water cement ratio is 0.45. Okay, so from the curve we got the water cement ratio as 0.36. From the table, the maximum water cement ratio is 0.45. Okay, so which value we have to adopt? We can even adopt 0.45 also, we can adopt 0.36 also, but what the theory says, if higher the water cement ratio, then the strength will be reduced. Okay, so in keeping that definition in mind, so we have to adopt the lesser water cement ratio. Okay, so out of these two, 0.36 and 0.45, the lesser is 0.36. So we have adopted that water cement ratio as for our mix design calculation. Okay, I hope you understood how to calculate this. One water cement ratio is based on the curve, and the second water cement ratio is based on the durability aspects, that is based on the exposure condition. Out of these two, whichever is lesser, you can take that for our calculation purpose. So I'll repeat once again. Based on the target strength in the y-axis, draw a line so that it touches the particular curve based on the type of cement, and drop that line. After touching the curve, drop that line vertically downwards so that it touches the x-axis, that is the water cement ratio. Whatever the value you get, you can take that for the calculation. In this case, 0.36 is the adopted water cement ratio. So next is the selection of water content. So as you all know, this table 4, which I have taken a screenshot, the table 4 is for the slump of 50 mm. Okay, so the table 4 is for the slump of 50 mm. Okay, now the maximum water cement, just sorry, it was highlighted wrong. So the maximum size of aggregate is 20 mm. For maximum size of aggregate 20 mm, so the water content, it should be 186. Okay, it is highlighted wrong, sorry for that. Okay, I will just change it, or else you will get confused, and it is not 75 mm, it is 100 mm. Okay, so for 20 mm as a maximum size, so the water content is 186. Okay, and you saw in the first data the workability given as 100 slump. So 186 plus, they have given at every increase in 25 in slump, then you have to increase the water content by 3%. Okay, now in the problem the given slump is 100 but these data whatever it is given is for 50 so for every 25 increase in slump you have to increase 3 percentage, that is 3% of the water content. So 186 plus 3% of 186, it gives for 75 slump, plus 3% of 186 is given for 100 slump. So totally 186 plus 6 percentage of 186. Okay, because the problem is given for workability 100 so if it is 75 then you can take 3% of 186, but since it is given as 100 so uh, two times you have to increase the water content by 3%, that is 186 plus 6 percentage of 186, you will get 197.16 kg or liter. Since we are using admixture, okay, you saw type of chemical admixture it is used. Okay, so since we are using admixtures, then what is the role of our admixture? What theory says is, by using admixture you can able to reduce the water content. Okay, you can able to reduce the water content, so that's why out of 197.16 kg approximately we are reducing 20% of the water. So by 20% of the water means remaining 80% will be there. So 197.16 into 80%, it will gives the answer as 157.72 liters or kgs. Okay, so this is how we calculate for the selection of water content. So 186 is the water content for 20 maximum size and for 50 slump. Since our workability is 100 slump, so we have to increase 6 percentage of 6 percent of the water content. So what the theory says, what the code book says, by about 3% for each increase or decrease of 20 slump. So you have to increase the slump by 50 now. So 50 means 225 into 2. So 186 plus 6 percentage of 186, you will get 197. Since we are using admixture, then you can reduce 20% of the admixture. If you are not using, then you can keep it same 197.16. Since in the data it is given they have used admixture, so you can reduce 20% of it. Okay, now we will get 157.72. Next is cement content. So water cement ratio, the adopted water cement ratio is 0.36. So cement content is equal to water content divided by water cement ratio. So you will get cement. So 157.72 is the water that we have taken after reducing by 80%. Then 0.36 is the adopted water cement ratio that we have taken. So 157.72 divided by 0.36, you will get 438.11 kg per meter cube. So we have to check this 438.11 with the durability aspects, that is based on our exposure condition. For the exposure condition severe, the minimum cement content is 320, so that is the minimum. So and the maximum cement content for the cement is 450. These two data are given in the problem only, you can refer it. The Since I cannot go back every time, so I have put a slide here. So for severe minimum is 320 and for maximum cement content it is 450. So whatever the value that we get cement content, it should be in these two ranges. Okay, so it should be less than 450 and it should be more than 320. So 438.11, it is satisfying the condition, hence it is okay. Okay, to calculate the cement. I hope you understood this step. So next is sixth step, that is proportion of volume of coarse aggregate and fine aggregate cement content. So here, so in the procedure I have already told. So this table of table 5 which I have put up here. So table 5 is for the water cement ratio zero point 0.5. Okay, so this table is for the water cement ratio of zero point 0.5. It is given in the title also of table 5. So now for table 5 and for zone 1 of our fine aggregate. So in the question you saw zone 1, fine aggregate conforms to zone 1 of IS 383 2016. So for zone 1 and for nominal maximum size of aggregate 20 is our maximum size, and pertaining to zone 1 the value is 0.60. Okay, so this 0.60 is for the water cement ratio of zero point 0.5. Okay, but in our design case we are using 0.36 as our water cement ratio. Okay, so point 0.5 for point 0.5, the volume of coarse aggregate is 0.60 based on the zone condition, but in our present case the water cement ratio is 0.36, so it is lower than 0.14 times the standard one. Okay, so zero point 0.5 is the standard, so our water cement ratio is 0.36, so it is lowered by 0.14. Okay, so what the IS code says that for every decrease in 0.05 in the water cement ratio, you have to increase by 0.01 in the volume of coarse aggregate. Okay, I'll repeat once again. I have put a picture also of the codebook at the bottom. For every 0.05 decrease in water cement ratio, you have to increase by 0.01 on the right hand side. That is the volume of coarse aggregate. Now our water cement ratio is reduced by 0.14. Shall we split that 0.14 into 3? That is 0.05 plus 0.05 plus 0.04. Okay, so for 0.05 it has to increase by 0.01. We have put a plus. For 0.05 one more time we have to increase by 0.01 plus another left out is 0.04. So I have given a calculation at the bottom. For 0.05 it has to increase by 0.01. So similarly for 0.04 the answer is 0.008. So the volume of coarse aggregate has to be increased by 0.008. If you add these two, so we'll get 0.028. Okay, 0.01 is for 0.05, 0.01 is for 0.05, and 0.008 is for 0.04. If you add all these three, you will get 0.14. Just I have shown a split up to make you understand. So all these three, if you add all these three, you will get 0.028. Okay, so now since water cement ratio standard one is zero point 0.5, for zero point 0.5 for zone 1 it is 0.60. Since our water cement ratio is reduced by 0.14, so 0.36 is equal to, you have to increase the right hand side. It since it has on the left hand side it has got decreased, so you have to increase on the right hand side. So 0.60 plus 0.028, you will get 0.628. Okay, so this is how we have to do the calculation. That's why I told you to keep a calculator and pen or paper along with you so that it will help you to understand. Okay, so as the water cement ratio is lower by 0.14, I have split into 3, 0.05 plus 0.05 plus 0.04. Based on our IS code, for 0.01 you have to increase by 0.0, for 0.05 you have to increase by 0.01, for another 0.05 have increased by 0.01, for another 0.04 the answer is 0.008. This calculation I have given at the bottom. So total, if you increase on the right hand side, so you will get 0.628. Okay, so this is the volume of coarse aggregate. Next, for pumpable concrete, these values may have to reduce up to by 10%. So for that also I have given a screenshot there. So if we are using for concrete placing, if you are using the method as pumping, okay, or if there is any congestion in the steel reinforcement where the aggregate, if you take higher size and if there is any congestion in the reinforcement, then you have to reduce the volume of coarse aggregate by 10%. Okay, it is given in the data, I have highlighted it. So here also the volume of coarse aggregate in the previous slide that we obtained is 0.628. So we have to reduce 10% means, so remaining is 90%. So 0.628 of 90%, you will get 0.565, and volume of fine aggregate is 1 minus of 0.565, you will get 0.435 cubic meter. Okay, since it is in volume. If they have not given method of placing as pumping, then no need to reduce it by 10%. When we have to reduce the 10% means only when the method of placing is by pumping. Okay, or if they say there is a congestion in the reinforcement, then only you have to reduce the volume of coarse aggregate by 10%. Otherwise no need to do. Just you can keep it as 0.628, 1 minus of 0.628, whatever the value you get, that will be the volume of fine aggregate. But in this problem they have given method of concrete placing as pumping, so that's why we have to reduce it by 10% of the volume of coarse aggregate. So 0.628 into 0.9, 0.565, volume of fine aggregate 1 minus of 0.165, you will get 0.435. Okay, so I hope you understood. After doing all this, next is the mix calculation. So this is very important. Whatever the calculation that we did in the previous steps, so all this we have to incorporate here. So total volume is 1 cubic meter. So whatever the mix design that we do is for 1 cubic meter of concrete. So total volume is 1 cubic meter. Volume of entrapped air in wet concrete. So we have got to know it is 1% in the second step. Okay. If you have doubt, you can go back. Once I upload the video in the YouTube, you can go back and check. So volume of entrapped air in the wet concrete is 1% of the volume. So 1 by 100, you will get 0.01 cubic meter. Then volume of cement, the formula is, these formulas don't need to by heart, it is there in the code book only. So volume of cement is equal to mass of cement divided by specific gravity into 1 by 1000. So mass of cement we have calculated in the previous step, it is 438.11 divided by specific gravity of cement data is given in the test data of the materials in the question only. So 3.15 was the specific gravity into 1 by 1000, you will get 0.139 cubic meter. Similarly, volume of water. So mass of water we have calculated after deducting 20% of the chemical admixture. For the chemical admixture, the value obtained is 157.72 divided by specific gravity of water. It is 1 into 1 by 1000. You will get 0.157 cubic meter. Then volume of chemical admixtures, because we have used the chemical admixtures also in our mix design. So initially we have to try out with 1%. Okay, you may ask why not 2% or why not 3%. Okay, so initially always we have to try with the lesser number. After doing the trial, if we don't get the required workability and strength, then we can able to increase this admixture dosage. Initially we should not increase it, so initially we have to go by 1% of the dosage. So 1% is by mass of the cement. So mass of the cement is 438.11. You know, mass of cement is 438.11. 1% of the weight of the cement means into 1 by 100 you will get 0.01. Okay, so mass of chemical admixture means the whatever the dosage percentage into mass of the cement. Mass of the cement is 438.11 into 1% means 1 by 100 you will get 0.01 divided by specific gravity of admixture. Sorry, it is cement, it is there, sorry. Specific gravity of admixture, so it is 1.145. You can saw in the test data it is given. Even if it is not given, it is a standard one, 1.145 into 1 by 1000. If you calculate, you will get 0.0038 cubic meter. Okay, you can check all these calculations once the video is uploaded. So 438.11 into 0.01 divided by 1.145 into 1 by 1000, you will get 0.0038 cubic meter. Okay, now we have taken volume of entire volume of concrete as 1. We have taken volume of air, we have taken volume of cement, we have taken volume of water, we have taken volume of chemical admixtures. The only thing left is volume of aggregates, that is combining of both coarse and fine aggregate. So to get the volume of aggregate, we have to deduct this all value from the total volume. So 1 minus of 0.01 minus 0.139 minus 0.157 minus 0.0038. So if you deduct all these other ingredients volume by the total volume of concrete, so the left-hand volume will be of the aggregates. So by doing that, we will get the answer as 0.690 cubic meter. Okay, you can check this calculations once again. So 1 minus of 0.01 minus 0.139 minus 0.157 minus 0.0038 gives the volume of aggregates 0.690. So now the mass of coarse aggregate, this formula is also available in the code book. Okay, no need to by heart it. G is the notation that is obtained here. Okay, so it should be instead of f, it should have been f. Sorry, I have put it as g. In here it should have been f. So f into volume of coarse aggregate into specific gravity of coarse aggregate into 1000. So instead of g it should have been f. So volume of all aggregate is 0.690 into volume of coarse aggregate, that is obtained here 0.565 into specific gravity of coarse aggregate, it is given in the test data. I have uh, put a test data screenshot of here of the question. So for coarse aggregate it is 2.74 into 1000, you will get 1068 approximately. You can take it as 1068 kg. Next, similarly for mass of fine aggregate is equal to total volume of aggregate 0.690 into volume of fine aggregate, that is here whatever the value obtained, 0.435 is the volume of fine aggregate, into 2.74 is the specific gravity of fine aggregate, into 1000 you will get 822.41 kg. Approximately you can take it as 822. Okay, so the mixed proportion for trial number 1 is cement is 438 kg per meter cube, we have calculated. Water is 158 kg per meter cube, we have calculated. Fine aggregate is 822, you can see the value there. Coarse aggregate 1068. Chemical admixture 4.38 kg per m cube. How you got? 1 percentage of the weight of the cement. So 438 into 1 by 100, you will get 4.38 kg per meter cube. Then water cement ratio that we adopted is 0.36. Okay, so this is the almost we have done 90% of our calculation in the mixed proportion. Okay, here you can see fine aggregate and coarse aggregate. In the bracket it is given as SSD. SSD means it is saturated surface dry condition. Okay, so saturated surface dry condition, but in our problem if you see the test data, so they have given there the free surface moisture as nil for both coarse and fine aggregate, if you remember. Okay, so they have given that in the problem as for both coarse and fine aggregate the surface moisture is nil. Nil means it is a dry condition. Okay, nil means it is a dry condition, that means both coarse and fine aggregate is in a dry condition. But these calculation of fine and coarse aggregate is for SSD condition, that is saturated surface dry condition, but we want it for dry condition, not for surface dry condition. So that's why we have to adjust the value based on the surface moisture. Okay, so that is the next step. So this I didn't explain in the procedure. This is very important. So adjustment on water fine and coarse aggregate. If the coarse and fine aggregate is in dry condition, there in the question you saw that the surface moisture for coarse and fine is nil. That nil indicates it is in the dry condition. If it is in wet condition, they will give some value in the question only. Okay, now we have found the fine and coarse aggregate in the previous first trial is for SSD condition. Now we have to adjust based on the dry condition. Those values have to be adjusted for the dry condition. So that we have done here. So for fine aggregate dry, so this formula is also available in the code book only. So in the numerical problems it is there. So mass of fine aggregate in SSD condition divided by 1 plus water absorption by 100. Okay, so mass of fine aggregate in SSD condition 822, just now we did in the last step, divided by 1 plus water absorption for fine aggregate. I have taken a screenshot from the question only, I have put up at the bottom. So water absorption for fine aggregate is 1%, so 1 by 100. So 822 divided by 1 plus 1 by 100, you will get 813.86, that is 814 approximately. I have taken it as 814 kg. Similarly, B, it should be coarse aggregate, sorry, it is given as fine aggregate, it should be coarse aggregate. So for coarse aggregate in dry condition, mass of coarse aggregate in SSD condition divided by 1 plus water absorption by 100. So mass of coarse aggregate in SSD condition is 1068 for coarse aggregate. So 1068 divided by 1 plus water absorption for coarse aggregate given in the data is 0.5%. So 0.5 divided by 100. So you will get it as 1062.68 kg. So I have taken it as 1063 kg. So you can see how the values have been decreased. So fine aggregate SSD condition means saturated surface dry. There will be some water content present in the fine aggregate. Similarly, in coarse aggregate also, yes, in SSD condition means there will be some amount of water present in the coarse aggregate. But if you take it in a dry condition, 822 it is reduced to 814. Then whatever 1068 was there, it reduced to 1063 kg. Since it is in dry condition, that volume of water which is present in that, it has been decreased. Okay, now from 822 it has decreased by 814. Similarly, from 1068 it has decreased by 1063. That means in 1 meter cube of concrete, so out of 822 kg, it is, since it has got reduced by 814, that means 8 kg of water is present in that fine aggregate. Okay, similarly, from 1068 to 1063, that means 5 kg of water moisture is present in that aggregate. So what will be doing that value of 8 and 5 kg? So that has to be added with the water content. Okay, so now 1068, 1063, these are all the extra water which is present in the coarse and fine aggregate. Okay, so 1068, 1063, it is 5 kg. Then 822 to 814, it is 8 kg. So what we have to do by 5 and 8? We have to add it for the extra water. Okay, so 158 for the 158 was the water content. So 5 kg from the coarse aggregate and 8 kg from the fine aggregate. So now the estimated water content is 177 kg per cubic meter. Earlier it was 158. Since the surface, since the coarse and fine aggregate is in dry condition, you have to add more water to make it wet. Okay, so that's why the estimated water content is more than what it is there for SSD condition. For dry condition, you require more water to make it workable. So now, after making the adjustment for the dry aggregates, cement content is the same, 438 kg per meter cube. Water content have been added, 158 plus 5 plus 8, 177 is the water adjustment for the water. Fine aggregate, it has got reduced from 822 to 814. Similarly, coarse aggregate have been reduced from 1068 to 1063, and chemical admixture remains the same, and water cement ratio also remains the same. So this is a mixed proportion after adjusting for the dry aggregates. Okay, so now what is the final mix proportion? 1 is to 1.85 is to 2.42. How you got this ratio? 438 is a cement. Okay, that is 1. Then fine aggregate 814 by 438. 814 by 438, you will get 1.85. For similarly for coarse aggregate 1063 divided by 438, we will get 2.42. So this is the final mix proportion of concrete, that is 1 is to 1.5, 1.85 is to 2.42. Okay, so till here you have to do the calculation. Similarly, if there is a free moisture content, if they give some percentage, that indicates that there is a there is a moisture already present in the coarse and fine, then you have to do some adjustment here in this step. So I will take that in the next problem. So in the first problem we assume it as dry condition, so these are all the steps that you need to do.